Okay, let's be honest. If you really want to improve your days and the life you are living, you need to start by improving your sleep. Imagine someone who wants to break a world record without having slept that night. I mean, sleep is just as important as our daily life, right? Because sleep makes up almost half of our lives, or a third of our lives, excuse me. We don't sleep for 12 hours a night, but we sleep for 8 hours a night. At least that's what we're trying to do, right? We're aiming for 8 hours a night. And today I want to give you a 3-step formula how you can improve your sleep, sleep better, be more energized throughout your day, and have more energy just in general, and just see greater results in any area of life that you can think about. Okay, so I would say let's just jump right into it. I think this is going to be a pretty decent one, and this is going to help you out. So yeah, let's go. Hey brethren, and welcome back to another video on the RVALUED YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well. Actually, I trust you are doing well. If you're watching this video, and I know you are, I believe and I suppose that you are wanting to learn about how to improve sleep, how to improve your sleep in particular. We are living in a society where sleep is, it isn't really prioritized. That's what I feel like. I think sleep is something that we often get not enough of, and sleep is incredibly important, right? Did you know that while you are living and while you are going through your day, okay, while you are in an awake status, okay, so while you are awake, your body basically is broken down. Your body is being torn down. Okay, destroyed basically, okay? That's how you can picture it in your mind. While you're awake and you can think and see things and be clear and act, your body is torn down. It's being destroyed by all the processes that are happening in your body. But while you're asleep at night, your body is being built up. It's being regenerated, okay? If you are lifting weights or if you are into fitness, you know that. You know that while you are awake and while you are pushing your body at the gym, your body's being torn down. But when you are asleep at night, your body is being built up. The muscle tissues get repaired and they get stronger. Okay, and that's just one example with the muscle building stuff. This gets really deep, okay? Your thought processes and your mind, everything gets regenerated and rejuvenated while you are asleep. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to give you a 3-step formula, 3 simple steps that you can follow that will help you to fix your sleep and sleep better, wake up more, wake up feeling more refreshed in the morning. Okay, so if you're interested in this, then stick with me because, as I said, this is going to be a decent one. It's going to be a shorter one. As I said, or as I think I didn't say before, but I'm pumped to hang out with you. I'm extremely happy that you are watching this video. I do not take it for granted. I appreciate you for taking time out of your God-given day to watch this video. I really appreciate it. I would just say, I don't want to waste your time. Let's jump right into it, okay? I hope this is going to bless you and your sleep, okay? So, number 1 is fix your circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm, you may have heard of this before. Circa means round, okay, circle, and dia or dian is day, okay? So it's basically circadian rhythm. It's the day rhythm. It's the rhythm that you go through every single day, okay? This is kind of vaguely expressed and explained, but you will get what I mean in just a minute, just a moment. There's this constant change between wakefulness and sleepiness. Okay, either you're awake or you're asleep, and I feel like most of us are kind of in between and just going through life like, oh yeah, sure, yeah. We want to be laser sharp, laser focused when we go through our day, and I know that it's not always easy. I myself, I'm not always on point, 10 out of 10, laser sharp, focus and everything. No. This is not happening, but I know a few things that have helped me quite tremendously to improve my days, to achieve more success in whatever I'm doing. Whether this is going to the gym or meeting people and being more attentive or doing schoolwork or, building this business, okay? And fixing my circadian rhythm has helped me tremendously. And you need to figure out, okay, what time works best for me? Okay, when do I need to go to bed in order to feel refreshed in the morning? You may not know this right now, but you need to figure it out somehow. And how can you figure it out? Only by trying. Okay, by nature. Okay, this is not a myth. I really want you to know that this is not a myth. There are night owls, and then there are these early morning larks. Okay, morning larks, and then there are, those who are not really night owls and they're not really morning larks. There's something in between, but they tend to go to bed a little bit later in the evening. They enjoy evenings, but they're still able to wake up fairly early in the morning. Okay, I am one of those. I don't want to wake up really early in the morning, and I don't want to wake up at 10 or 11. That's not working for me, or even 9. I'm somewhere in the middle. Okay, 7 to 8 a.m. is pretty good for me. So I'm in between, and you need to go to bed at the same time every night and wake up in the morning at the same time, all the time. I know it can be hard, but it is harder to go through your day feeling tired all the time than disciplining yourself to go to bed early and then wake up early. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So fix your circadian rhythm. That's number one. And there are a few things you can do to fix your circadian rhythm. Number one is sunlight, okay? Your circadian rhythm is tremendously affected by the sunlight, okay? If you're sitting in a room all day long that is dark, okay, your body is going to reflect that, okay? You are going to feel tired, you are going to feel sluggish, and your body is going to secrete hormones that promote that behavior, that feeling of, tiredness, okay? So stop by getting into sunlight. Getting some sunlight is crucial, okay? Start with 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, just sitting at the park on a bench, just, soaking in that wonderful sunlight, okay? Wonderful gift of God that we have. And it's so important. And some people think that, oh yeah, it's all about the vitamin D3, so I can just get my vitamin D through capsules or tablets through a supplement. But it's not even the vitamin D3 that is so important. It's just the sunlight in and of itself, okay? So yeah, take those supplements, take vitamin D3, but also make sure you get into the sun, get outside, okay? You can't just sit at home all day long and expect to sleep good at night. You need that balance. You need to feel tired at night and, wakeful during the day. So sunlight is number one. Food is number two, okay? Don't eat too late at night. Don't eat late at night, because this is going to tell your body, okay, hey, we're not going to bed yet. You need to digest this food. You need to do this, and that, all these processes that are not really good for you if you want to sleep in. So if you really want to go to bed early, you need to stop eating food fairly early, okay? If you want to go to bed at 10 p.m., okay, 10 p.m. at night, then I would recommend you to have your last meal at 6 or 7 p.m., okay? The earlier the better, okay? Because your body's going to digest that food and you will be able to, head to bed early. Okay, so food is another one. Exercise is another one. Don't exercise too late at night. At least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, you should stop exercising. Where I live, the gyms are not open all the time. I know I once lived in Germany and the gyms were open 24/7. Well, that's not happening here. I need to, kind of schedule my days. But don't go to bed and, schedule my workouts to an earlier hour. So don't go to the gym or don't work out. Don't do that Tabata and that high intensity workout, high intensity interval training right before you go to bed. Don't do that, because this is going to kind of mess with your inner clock, with that circadian rhythm, that inner clock, because we have an inner clock. Many of us don't know this, okay? Our bodies have an inner clock, and it's in the suprachiasmatic nucleus. It's a part of our brain. It's incredibly small, but it is responsible for us, having that balance between day and night and, acting, according to that. So exercise. Exercise is important. Don't forget that. Fresh air, exercise, getting your heart rate up and, that blood pumping is important even for your sleep, okay? Studies have shown that if you exercise, you will sleep better. It's as simple as that, okay? If you exercise and if you push yourself during the day or in the morning hours, you will sleep better at night. You will have more deep sleep, okay? Less light sleep, more deep sleep. Okay, I need to stop here because this video is going to be 10 hours long if I keep doing it like that. So oh man, this is so important. Caffeine, okay, and I got my phone here for notes. Caffeine, whoa. So many of us don't know that caffeine has a half-life of 16 hours. Excuse me. Many of us don't know that caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours, but a quarter life of 12 hours. Okay, this is very important. Okay, very important. Okay, we often think that, okay, if we drink coffee at 4 p.m. In the afternoon, it's not really going to harm us because it's not that late. But at 10 p.m., you will still have 50% of that cup of coffee in your bloodstream. Okay, so if you drink a cup of coffee with 200 milligrams of caffeine at 4 p.m., you will still have 100 milligrams of caffeine in your bloodstream at 10 p.m. when you want to go to bed. And this is not a good formula. This is a bulletproof way of saying, okay, body, you are not going to sleep. Okay, and you may fall asleep, but that caffeine is going to still be in your bloodstream and do its thing, and you will have trouble either staying asleep or falling asleep. But usually you can fall asleep and then you have trouble staying asleep and have a lot of deep sleep. Okay, I talked about this in one of my other videos. I will link it right there. The problem with caffeine is not only twofold. It is a number of different things that play its roles here. So try to limit caffeine afternoon. That is what I would recommend you. I know it's hard. I know it can be difficult to abstain from that cup of coffee that you would have at 2 p.m. or maybe even at 3 p.m. or maybe even at 5 p.m. when you want to get some work done in the early evening. But try to limit it if you have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. This is the big thing, staying asleep. And studies have shown that caffeine cancels and decreases your deep sleep by, what was it, 20%? Okay, I would have to age you by 10 to 20 years or 10 to 15 years in order to reduce that amount of deep sleep. It's crazy. Okay, so limit caffeine after noon. Number 5 is waking time, okay? And number 6 is sleeping time. So I already kind of talked about that. Go to bed at the same time every single day, and I understand. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you stay up late with friends, you go out for dinner and you're not able to do that. But if you can, and if you're just sitting in your room at night, try to discipline yourself and try to go to bed early rather than, stay up late, watch YouTube videos, watch Netflix, just browse the internet on TikTok or Instagram. If you are really in that situation, try to discipline yourself and go to bed early because your body's going to thank you and you will be much more refreshed in the next day, the next morning, okay? Now, okay, I just looked at my notes. I didn't look at them before this video, so I just realized that I already talked a whole bunch about caffeine, and that was actually step number 2 of the 3-step formula, limit caffeine, okay? So you already know what I just said. Remember that caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours and a quarter life of 12 hours. So even after 12 hours, a quarter of that cup is still going to be in your bloodstream. It is frightening. It's frightening. Okay, so if you drink a cup of coffee with 200 milligrams of caffeine, 50 milligrams of that caffeine is still going to be in your bloodstream 12 hours later. So if you drink a cup of coffee at 4 p.m., you will have 50 milligrams of caffeine in your bloodstream at 4 a.m. at night. Not a good formula to enjoy deep sleep. And number 3 is limit blue light after 6 p.m. or as early as possible, and just limit blue light during your day, throughout your day. I'm sitting here in front of this softbox. That is not a good way of limiting blue light, but these devices, smartphones, computers, gaming consoles, all of that good stuff or bad stuff is hindering you from getting good sleep. So try to limit blue light. Try to limit your smartphone and your computer after 6 p.m. It's not that hard. It gets more and more harder, which just shows that we are a crazy society addicted to these devices. it's kind of frightening and scary when we think about it, but limit blue light, okay? So instead of hanging out at your phone at 10 p.m. at night, maybe grab a book, okay? Maybe you want to grab a book, or maybe you want to, listen to a book, okay? Audio, Audible, right? Sponsor me. No, Audible, for example, is a great way of listening to books. Okay, so, or you want to listen to a podcast. Okay, you can just substitute videos or research that you do on your computer or your phone with something different. Okay, maybe you want to go out for a walk, or you want to go out, and walks help to get deep sleep as well. Fresh air in general. But do something different. Get yourself blue light blocking glasses if you can. These are not too expensive. They sell for as little as $30, but you can get more decent ones that are awesome and they look really good for $100 to $200, and they're awesome. But you can get these for as little as $30 on Amazon, for example. And yeah, they do a pretty decent job as well when it comes to blocking blue light. And we all know it. And by the way, here's the package in which I got these. They kind of market their blue light blocking glasses with 4 big benefits. First of all, they're anti-digital eye fatigue, so your eyes are going to be less fatigued, which I can confirm and approve, and you can minimize the digital headache that you get from sitting at your computer for multiple hours. You can sleep better, and it's UV protection. Okay, protection against harmful sunlight and things like that. So that's pretty good. And we need to know and remind ourselves of the fact that in order to fall asleep, we need to initiate sleep by lowering our body temperature. Okay, every night before you go to bed, there is something that happens. Okay, your body temperature plummets, it falls, it decreases. And if you want to really fall asleep fast and stay asleep and enjoy good sleep, you need to make sure that your room is cool. Your room needs to be cool. You can't just sleep when it's extremely hot. Okay, I took a vacation a few years ago at a very, very hot place in Spain. It was very hot, and I had trouble staying asleep because it was so hot. And this just shows us that heat is not very beneficial to our sleep. So lower your body temperature, and keep, open the windows, let fresh air come in, and keep your phone outside of the room, okay? Temptation minimized. Okay, so these are the 3 big things, okay? So to recap, fix your circadian rhythm, okay? Go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time every morning. Try and let me know how it works. Number 2 is, limit caffeine, okay? Stop drinking caffeine after noon, or at least 14 hours before you go to bed. That would be good, but afternoon, or limit caffeine after noon is pretty good as well. And very simple, by the way. And number 3 is limit blue light. Blue light is not a good thing when it comes to the hormonal, the secretion of hormones such as melatonin in your body. So just try to limit blue light after 6 p.m. or 46 hours before you go to bed. Okay, so if you want to go to bed at 11 p.m., then just stop watching TV shows, or and I don't think that you're doing this anyway, but stop consuming YouTube videos and things of that nature after 7 p.m. So these are the 3 big things that I would want you to stop practicing from now on if you want to improve your sleep. And I suppose you want to improve your sleep. So let me know in the comments down below which of these 3 tips you are going to implement right now, today. Okay, maybe you want to stop, maybe you want to buy blue light blocking glasses, maybe you want to fix your circadian rhythm right now. What is the number 1 thing that you want to tackle and implement right now, today? Let me know in the comments down below. Let us talk about it. And if you found this video to be valuable and helpful, then stay tuned for the next week's video, which is going to launch on Tuesday, because I'm going to talk about my top 3 habits that I have implemented in my personal life that have helped me to live a more fulfilled life, and a better life, and a more meaningful life. not only meaningful to myself, but meaningful to others. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Look out for that. And, you know, my name is Vincent William. Pumped to hang out with you. And you know what? Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll see you on next Tuesday.